Bon Jovi was all or nothing.
Five guys from nowhere. And if you work hard enough and you dream big enough, you can make it.
They have been living on the prayer for 4 decades. Bon Jovi is celebrating 40 years as a band, and to celebrate, there's a new documentary that just debuted on Hulu called Thank You, Goodnight. And joining us right now to talk about the documentary is director Gotham Chopra. Thank you so much for being here. We're really excited to talk to you. This whole thing has been such a buzz for so many people. They're so excited.
Yeah, it's been super fun to put together, and working with John for the past 2 years and the entire band, everybody contributed. So, but yeah, it's special, and so far it seems like a lot of people love it. So it's great to get that affirmation after all the hard work from the team.
Oh, I bet. Tell me a little bit about how you guys even partnered together and where you even got this idea. And also, I'm so curious, I mean, obviously legendary, how were you able to fit so many things into this docuseries?
Well, so, historically, I've actually done mostly sports stuff. I've worked with tons of athletes, from going back to Kobe to Tom Brady and LeBron and some amazing athletes, Serena Williams right now. Turns out John is a huge sports fan. He had seen something I had done with Tom Brady a couple years ago called Man in the Arena, which really looked at Tom's 20 years of success on the football field. John came to me and said, that's pretty good, but the band is about to turn 40. We've never sort of told our definitive story. I'd like to do that. I'd like to do it unconventionally. What do you think? And I said, I'm all in, and off we went. I mean, it's a 4-part series. It's probably 5+ hours in terms of content. I think we could have done 40. I mean, there's so much. John, I also learned, is a hoarder. He's collected so much great archive, personal archive. The band's explosion, I think, happened in the 80s and then the 90s when MTV and then VH1 sort of rose. And so there was just so much material. And then, like I said, so many voices, so many people, past, present, that needed to be a part of it. So yeah, there was a lot of material. It took us 2+ years, but kind of a dream also from a filmmaker point of view, because you have both past, present, and future, because there's a whole nother thread of this docuseries, which is chronicling, where John is right now with his voice, which, as people who watch and maybe people who have followed, John had been losing his voice over the last couple of years, wasn't exactly sure why. And so, underneath there's a story about a rock star who's losing his voice, and can he get back to that place to get back on stage? So a lot of threads to follow, and it was pretty great.
That is so interesting. You always hear about the rock band lifestyle, and I saw the trailer. You get a little hint of that in there too, but you've done so many of these, like you said, with your background with the sports documentaries that you put on. Was there anything that surprised you when covering this with the rest of the guys?
I mean, I wouldn't say surprise. I guess reminder that ultimately, and it's actually the exact same in sports, which is, of course, John is talented. John has an exceptional voice. The other band members are talented. But ultimately, what's the thing that leads to greatness? And I feel like I've seen this over and over and over with athletes. It's the willingness to put in the work, like to do the work, to grind every single day. I think as fans, whether music or sports, what we see is on the big stage, but behind that is just like this grind, because there's lots of talented people out in the world. But like what separates, I think, good to great to elite is just that daily practice, that obsession to craft, unwillingness to compromise. I mean, John is no different than, when I worked with Kobe. He's got plenty of stories in the past when people told him, this is never going to happen. You're not talented enough. And he was just one of those guys who willed it into existence. He said, got it, I'll show you. And, you can see that over and over and over throughout his career.
I think you already kind of touched on this, but was there any, I guess, the biggest challenge possibly that you ran into when trying to make sure you told this story the right way?
I think the big challenge is it's a band, and it's a band that's 40 years still going, frankly. And so, everybody has different memories, one because it's a long time and you're dipping into the past, but also it's all framed through the lens of people's memories and, memories and their emotions, to be honest. And, there are good times, bad times. No, I think one of the band members described this as a marriage between five guys. And, there's good times, bad times, births, deaths, marriages, divorces. And so, and of course, in this case, there's a breakup. There's a pretty dramatic breakup between John and Richie Sambora, in 2013. And that was like hugely emotional. Richie is part of the doc and really sat down and contributed in a meaningful way. But I think sort of trying to quote unquote find an objective truth, that's the big challenge, because the truth is everything's subjective, when it comes to people.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. This is so interesting to talk to you. You have such an incredible career. So thank you for taking the time to sit and hang out and give us the behind the scenes on what it was like to do this.
Of course. Thanks so much for having me.
Of course. We'll talk soon. Have a great day.